What's up, everybody? It's Greg Koch here, 605 Running Company co-owner, certified running coach, and today I'm talking to you about the Saucony Endorphin Pro and Saucony Endorphin Pro 2. So this here is the Pro, and this is the Pro 2. Now, as you know, whenever I do a shoe chat, I like to break it down into three categories, but I just want to talk about this shoe, what it is, and we'll maybe even talk about maybe what it isn't, but to be honest, it's a shoe I'm really excited about. It's been a ton of fun to run in this shoe. So I currently have been training for the Whistle Stop Marathon, which is coming up in a couple weeks. And the Pro and the Pro 2 have been kind of my go-to long run trainers. So this shoe, it's a carbon plated marathon racing shoe. It's generally the idea. You probably saw a lot of this one pre-pandemic, right before the pandemic with the Olympic trials. A lot of the Saucony athletes were wearing this shoe. And then the Pro 2 has recently come out. Now, I think it's an incredible shoe. I don't want our audience here in Sioux Falls to be afraid of a marathon racing carbon plated shoe, because I by no means am an elite athlete, but I have benefited from running in this shoe. It's been a fantastic long running shoe, so it's something I want you to think about as we go through this shoe chat. So a couple things about it. Saucony's going to tell you it's the Power Run PB Plus is the foam, the midsole. You guys know that I don't love to go into details, but what I would say is the cushion in this shoe really, honestly, reminds me of some of the original Hoka shoes that came out. In particular, the Clifton 1. It's soft but responsive. Definitely a cushioned shoe, but not spongy, where it just feels like it's absorbing all of your energy. So it's a really unique material. I really like that. Saucony will tell you the carbon plate is an S-curve carbon plate with a speed roll. That's proprietary Saucony technology. Speed roll, again, you think about a rolling shoe. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but Saucony, it sounds like you're making something like Skechers or Hoka have been making for a while. I just want to say that because I think they really hit a home run with this shoe. It's been, as I mentioned, phenomenal to run in, and I've really enjoyed it. Now, I started out in the Pro. I still run in this shoe. This is in contention for my marathon race shoe. The OG of the Endorphin Pro series. I really like this shoe. I like the way it fits. I like the cushion. I like the performance. Let's face it. We're all addicted to performance. I've had some amazing long runs in this particular shoe. So it has done exactly what it's called for. You know, I've put a lot of miles in it. You can see my shoes are dirty. It's holding up really, really well. You know, some of the paint's chipping off here, but otherwise this shoe has held up incredibly well. Now, I use it sparingly. It's not an everyday trainer for me. It's my long run. I'm gonna go out and attack a long run kind of shoe. Now, the Pro 2 is the most recent version of this shoe. Really, in a lot of ways, it's a carbon copy of the Pro 1 with a fancy new look. Now, I like the Pro 2 a lot. They adjusted a little bit. You can see here on the lacing structure that they've adjusted the fit a little bit, and they'll say that the heel collar is more snug. I don't necessarily notice that in wearing the shoe, but again, I love it. I mean, it's been an awesome shoe, and again, I'm by no means an elite marathoner, but I'm training for a marathon that I want to run well. I haven't trained for a race in 2 years, you know. In my household, we had a baby, then we had a pandemic. So I just haven't really been in the racing mindset. So to come back and really start training hard and to have a shoe that I can pull from my closet and know that today I'm gonna get after it and my shoe's gonna aid in my performance, that's a great feeling to have. So really an awesome shoe. So the three categories that I break these shoe chats down into for 605. So lead buyer here. Why did we bring in the Endorphin Pro and the Endorphin Pro 2? If you follow running at all, the carbon plate and performance-driven shoes really are the market right now. They are all the rage, thanks to a four-letter brand that has, you know, kind of started this wave of carbon plate racing shoes. Every brand has sort of come on board and come up with some new innovative technologies, and honestly, it was time, you know. Some of the marathon racing flats that I was shown when we first started this store, you know, I thought, who's going to run a marathon in this shoe? This is a very approachable marathon shoe for anyone to pick up and buy and perform well. Some of the old race flats were so bare bones and minimal. Any person that would walk through my door and want to buy a marathon racing shoe would have to be, a superior, hyper efficient, elite runner, because there just was nothing to it. This particular shoe, I feel like any marathoner can come in and buy this shoe and run a marathon in it, which is incredible. If you just take a minute and think about what I'm saying there is, the industry was creating shoes that only a specific small margin of people really benefited from running in or could even successfully run in. Whereas now they're coming out with marathon shoes that I honestly truly believe this, because in a lot of ways I am this market. I think everyday marathoners can benefit from running in a marathon racing shoe. And Saucony has definitely done a fantastic job with both the Endorphin Pro and the updated Endorphin Pro 2. I think just because they didn't change a lot of things in the Pro 2, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Sometimes we see shoes like completely lose their identity when they come out with a new version. I think to make minor adjustments just shows that they're listening and that they want to make a quality product. So for us, this is a very competitive shoe, so we had to bring it in. Who benefits, I've already sort of talked about. That's the other thing that I look at in these shoe talks. So why do we buy it? Who benefits from running in this shoe? I think everybody looking to run a marathon, whether it's your first marathon or you've been a long-time marathoner, can benefit from having a marathon-specific shoe. So the price tag is up there on this shoe, but if you go on our clearance section, this is one of the hottest shoes on the market. It's hard to find. We still have a few of them. So, and we definitely have these. So we've got good stock in this product, and I think anyone running a marathon will benefit from having a marathon specific shoe. That's me as a run coach saying that. That's me as a store owner saying that. That's me as a runner saying that. I think it's great to have, like I mentioned, something that you can pull out in your closet and it just makes you feel good, and the performance sort of backs it up, in my opinion. And then the last thing is my opinion running in the shoe. So I'm not going to talk about a shoe that I don't run in. And as you can see, and I'll get some close-up photos in the light box of my specific shoes, I've run a lot in them. They are dirty. I've been logging a ton of miles getting ready for this marathon. It's been great to be back in marathon training mode. But yeah, I'm a fan. These are the leading contender for my race day shoes. So my race is coming up on October 9th of 2021. I want to date this because YouTube, I still have videos floating around on YouTube from way back in the day that are still getting watched. I don't know why, but they are. So this marathon's coming up in a couple weeks here. I got to decide on a race shoe. There's a strong possibility it's going to be the Old School Pro, but I have a few others that I'll be chatting about in the future, in the very near future. If you can't tell, I'm tapering, so I'm making videos again. Of shoes that I'm running in that I think I might race in. So I've got a few options, which is great. And again, I go back to this conversation, like it's amazing that this industry was making shoes that very few people benefited from. Now we're seeing performance-driven shoes that lots of people can run in, which I think is phenomenal for the industry. It's great. So the Saucony Endorphin Pro 2, check it out. We've got good stock available at run605.com, or you can come down and see us here at the shop in downtown Sioux Falls. Until next time, bye.